Well, after a very long wait, Tournament 7 has finally arrived, and we've got a new field of challengers ready to push this course to its limits. And kicking off stage 1 this time round will be the Mad Dasher 52. He's making his first appearance on the course. And if last season was any indication, it is a very steep hill to climb for the rookies if they look to advance on to the later stages. The Mad Dasher, he is ready to get this tournament started. And we are underway on stage 1, Highway, the first obstacle returning from season 5, but no challenge posed here for the Mad Dasher. Into the new super jump, you gotta slide down the track and launch yourself, perfectly executed by the Mad Dasher. That's exactly how you want to do it. Your sidestep moving in from the second stage, but the Mad Dasher comes up short on that second transfer. A good start on stage 1 from the Mad Dasher has shown the rookies that they've certainly got an opportunity to make it deep into this first stage, and looking to advance on that progress is Bulbasaur. He is our second rookie of the tournament, but unlike the Mad Dasher, I have not seen him competing in any other competitions before, so there are really no expectations for what we may see out of him here. Bulbasaur, he is prepared and he is ready to make a great first impression here on this competition. Waiting to hear the start sound go, and he is off onto the highway. Well, interested to see how the general field tackles this obstacle, because last season it was the headlong attack that was the time waster, but Bulbasaur gets through after about 13 seconds. Now for the super jump, and a late dismount there from Bulbasaur will get him well under the target. Well, the first stage returns with significant changes from last tournament, starting with the returning highway. It's never been this early on the course, but has always posed a threat to the veterans. That is followed by the super jump, an early test of anticipation and nerves, as you must time your jump to receive adequate momentum to reach the target pad. Next up is the sidestep, moved in from the second stage. This could very well prove itself to be the ninja killer, as that second transfer requires lightning quick thinking and reaction time. Bridge in the first half, and the second half of the stage is the all-new bridge jump, where competitors will have to traverse 4 spinning platforms suspended by ropes and then leap to the hanging rope slider to reach safety. The ultimate test on the first stage will once again come in the form of the roulette row. It has proven itself these last 2 tournaments to be a formidable challenge to both the rookies and the veterans, and will likely serve as the cutoff point here on this first stage. Sitting in the 6th position is the Warped Wall, which remains unchanged from Tournament 6. Then it's the Car Wash, making its return from Tournament 5 but with an entirely new paint job. Competitors must now work their way against the current while also being aware of the boys below to avoid an untimely mistake. Rounding out the first stage is the cannonball climb, which, like the warped wall, remains unchanged. This obstacle gave many competitors issues last tournament, as while the clock counts down to 0, the nerves only ramp up. If anyone's able to surpass these 8 obstacles and reach the top, they'll earn the right to advance on to the second stage. The course now includes live in-game timers for the competitors, however these numbers are not final, so don't be confused if the timers don't exactly precisely line up. Well, this time around the competitor field is back to its regular total of 100, so we'll be seeing the competitor order return back to normal, with the first 50 running here today and the latter half running later on. Stage 1's time limit also remains untouched from last season, sitting at the same 75-second interval, so competitors won't be too rushed, however a mistake or two will certainly heighten the urgency. Well, with that all out of the way, let's get back down to the start line. Back here at the start line, we've got our third competitor and also our third rookie. It's DV off. His best friend is just off screen to the right, but he's happy to have the support. We'll see if that can boost his confidence enough to get a good result here on the first stage. We've seen 2 rookies so far. Nobody's made it past the third obstacle. And DV off here is off onto the highway, and he is... I thought he had the dismount there, but he'll go back for a second just to be sure. And now for the super jump. Very well timed from DV off. Now into the side step. Can he be the first to solve the second transfer here? He is, and he will be the first to test the new bridge jump. And he is going straight for it. Gotta have confidence here. Nearly got caught up on that third bridge, but he gets the rope and he's got the dismount. Roulette Row was the cutoff point in Tournament 6 between the rookies and the veterans. Stevie off, takes the third swing, he lands that transfer here, but he gets flung off on the wheel, could not maintain his grip. And DV off, a very good first performance here on stage 1, but just not quite enough. Next up to the start line will be Bloxuke, the creator of the very well known and acclaimed automatic game Bloxuke. However, he said that his building prowess has not translated to any confidence in himself in his running abilities, so he'll therefore be popping a bottle of champagne for every obstacle that he completes here on stage 1. For his sake, he's probably hoping he doesn't get too far on this course, but Bloxuke is going to get through the highway, so he's 1 bottle down here and onto the super jump. Lining it up, and he times it perfectly. That's a second. Now for the side step. He just saw DV off figure this out, but Bloxuke comes up just ever so slightly short. He was barely off Bloxuke, but he's gonna get 2 bottles of champagne, so really can't be frustrated with that result. Walking through the tunnel now is Master KKSM. This is by no means his first time competing on the course, however his previous endeavours have not led him too much success. He's 0 for 3 on the first stage in his career. However, he has seen one of the rookies get quite far in this course, so we'll have to see if his experience can push him to a first time finish here on the first stage in Tournament 7. He is ready to start, and off he goes on the first stage, going sideways here on the highway, and he looks to be cleanly through it. Super jump could be a bit of a difficulty for these competitors. We'll see how he handles it, but he comes up short. Master KKSM just did not get enough distance, and a very late jump will spell his doom. One of the most highly anticipated early runs of the tournament has arrived in the form of Dooze Coden. He is a top Roblox hobbyist. He's recently dipped his feet into the Ninja Warrior realm, and to much success at that, recently becoming an all-star in Judo Ninja Warrior. However, stylistically, that course doesn't exactly match the obstacles that he will see here today, so I'll have to see if his obbying skills can translate to this first stage. We've seen in the past competitors like Coolio and Yizan have a lot of success here on this competition. Can Dooze Coden join them? Bit of a close call there on highway to start, but now onto the super jump. Just saw Master KKSM go out here, but he's got no problem with it. And onto the side step. He should be very good at these type of jumps, and he clearly is. And now onto the bridge jump. Got a great look at how to do this from DV off, but he gets hung up there on that fourth bridge on Zuzi. Coden could not keep his balance and he is out on the fourth obstacle. It only takes one moment, as you see right there, to throw everything off. Making his way through nicely through the highway onto the super jump now. Can he line this up? Goes for it. He undershoots. UX Pie gonna get through cleanly so far. Onto the bridge jump, taking his time here, going slow. Will this strategy pay off? Goes for the rope, he's got it. He is gonna come up short at the end. Dylan M, 1122. On the highway, very unorthodox strategy here. Comet Wave came up just short on the end of stage 1 last season. Onto the sidestep, tough jump here. He's gonna come up short on that dismount and he is out. He's not going to get a chance to get revenge on 1-8. Next up on stage 1 is the world's smartest man and future president Ryzen726. Formerly going by Audi Car Mega when he failed the rope reverse back in Tournament 2. To this date, that remains the only prior appearance for him on this competition. There was such a vast gap between runs. We may see a huge growth in skill and confidence here nearly 6 years later for Ryzen's. So far though, it's been mixed results on stage 1 with no clear indicator as to the general group of competitors who may succeed on this type of course. At the moment, it is DV off who currently holds the best result with his exit on the roulette row. But it'll be Ryzen's looking to challenge that here, as he is off here on stage 1. And you can see a lot more confident here on this first obstacle than he was a couple of years ago. And onto the super jump. Gonna time it perfectly and he is through onto sidestep. This has probably been the toughest challenge so far. It's the second jump here, but Ryzen's is gonna get it. And he is now onto the bridge jump. This obstacle already taken out a few competitors so far. Ryzen's, he is gonna get through it cleanly and onto the roulette row, just the second competitor to reach this point. Can he be the first to beat it? Taking a third swing like DV off, but he comes up short of that second wheel. And Ryzen's run is over on stage 1. He just couldn't get enough distance there. Fittingly, at number 12 is Gamer1222B, another competitor entering the competition with high hopes and a lot of anticipation from his fellow competitors, as they know he's capable of making it quite far on this course if he can put his skills together. This will be his first time competing on this course, however, so he'll have to shake off the nerves that can bring. So we saw Zuzi Coden was unable to collect himself once he made a small mistake. Something you really see, and you'll see it throughout this tournament, really make a difference. It's just the composure that comes with having experience on the course. Those small mistakes do not spell disaster in the same light that it does for the rookies. But we'll see if he can be the exception to that rule here. Onto the highway with no hesitation, going straight in attack mode. And onto the super jump. And he perfectly times it and center in that circle and onto sidestep. He should feel right at home here, and he does. Right through onto the bridge jump, making very good time on those first 3 obstacles, and he is just blazing through the first half of this course and onto the roulette row. This obstacle over to big first swing, but he can't stay on. His grip gives out on that backswing, and just as I mentioned, it is that one mistake, just cannot recover from it. Well, something to keep a watch of. Early is the roulette row, as I mentioned, likely to be the real cut-off point of the stage, and currently sits unbeaten with all 3 competitors, having reached it, gone down. After another strong early showing, our next competitor, Kane, was raised. Another rookie making their first appearance on this course, has seen the standard here on stage 1 set very high by some of his fellow rookies. However, Kane's background differs from Zuzi and Gamer, as he's not an hobbyist, and he brings with him much less overall competition experience. But they do share one fact, and that's that this is their first time running this type of competition. So far, highway is the only obstacle that's not really posed much of a threat to the field, but you cannot overlook it as it's still a very technical obstacle. And Kane, he is taking his precautions here, but he's going to line it up and he is through and on to the super jump. Kane, gotta be careful on this jump. He's got it perfectly and on to sidestep. Can he be the next to solve this obstacle? He takes a very poorly timed jump on that first transfer. I don't know what he was doing there. And he just seemed completely unprepared. Well, the word inexperienced does not register in our next competitor's lexicon, as walking up to the start line now is Bowling Ninja. He's the first competitor running so far who's previously reached the second stage. He made it all the way back to third stage in Tournament 2. However, he has seen some unlucky results in recent competitions. Something of massive importance though for bowling is he's failed roulette row in the last 2 tournaments. So you've got to know he's got revenge on his mind here as he approaches this first stage. But can he keep his head and get to that point? Onto the super jump. He's going to land very close there, but he gets through. You cannot overlook these early obstacles as bowling comes up short. He was searching for revenge on the roulette row and he won't even reach there. Well, these competitors are still searching for answers here on the first stage as we move onwards to our 15th runner of the day. It is Crash Course Crom. He's making his Rising Ninja Warrior debut, so there's really no idea what to expect from him here on this so far very difficult first stage. There's been a lot of variety in the way people have failed so far. Crash Course Crom is off, taking it slow on the highway, being patient, but he gets through. And he's taking his time on these platforms as well. Onto the super jump, and he lands it perfectly. Onto sidestep. Just saw bowling go down right here. He gets past that jump. He gets the second as well, and he is onto the bridge jump. Crash Course Crom, what a debut so far. He gets hung up on that second board, and he cannot make it to the third. And we see again another rookie after their first mistake, just unable to correct it. Here's Potato Man sporting the melon avatar here on the first stage. Onto the sidestep, going for that first jump, he's got it. Now the second he comes up just short there. Roblox Polish player 0 for 4 in his career, make it 0 for 5 on the first stage. Trolex onto the highway. He's certainly very nervous here. Trolex gotta get the confidence to go. He gets the first transfer. Oh, it's going all over the place. Trolex, can he collect himself? Trolex, he's gonna get the third. Just the dismount to go. Trolex, he gets the dismount. Onto the sidestep. Oh, and he slips off that second pillar. Daddy 100 has never made a single jump in their entire career, and they may not even get to jump on this course. Oh, they escape. Going backwards here, Catty Laddie, can they make their first ever career jump? Going for this first jump, but goes late. And Catty is out on the first obstacle again. And another early exit for one of the fan favourites on the course. Well, our next competitor is not entering with a lack of experience. It's AA Sixers Fan 2, also known as Whoopi. He made it to the second stage in Tournament 3, but came up just short of reaching the third as he failed the final obstacle of Stage 2. Since then, Whoopi's not been able to find that same success, failing before the halfway point of Stage 1 in both Tournaments 5 and 6. He's hoping this tournament he can change that streak and turn it around. Onto the highway here. Obstacle he did not get to try in tournament number 5, but he gets through. Onto the super jump. A tough transfer here, but he's going to have it very well. Now for the sidestep, he failed the third obstacle, the fishbone last season. Gets that first transfer. He comes up short on the second. For the third season in a row, he will not get past just the third obstacle of stage 1. Another early exit for Whoopi. Well, there were thoughts of danger seeing an obstacle move in from the second stage before the tournament, and the sidestep has proven itself so far to be a very tough early task on the course, taking out 8 of the 13 who've reached that point. Well, our next competitor is someone with a plethora of experience, making their 4th appearance on this course here in Tournament 7, but without any past success on Stage 1. They went down on the roulette row last season after breaking out of the trenches of the fast forward sections, showing they do have the skills to make a go at clearing this first stage. However, so far we have seen the roulette row is equally if not more challenging than it was in Tournament 6, so will NES be able to become the first to get by it here in Tournament 7? He is quickly through the first obstacle, and now onto the super jump. Gotta be careful here lining it up, but he gets it perfectly. We just saw Whoopi go down on this obstacle here, the sidestep. Got a bit hung up there, but he did get it, and onto the bridge jump. NES going diagonally, but he's getting hung up here again. Can he correct it? He does. That's the experience there, able to make that mistake, but then work his way through it, and he gets by the bridge jump. 40 seconds left. Onto the roulette row. Can he get by it this time? It took him out in Season 6. He's on his 4th swing. He will still come up short. He took 4 swings this time, did NES, but he still does not get enough distance. And he's out for the 2nd straight season on the roulette row. Next up is one of the rising stars in the Roblox Ninja space. It's K-Fly100. He's reached stage 3 in essentially every other competition. However, success has been hard to find here on Rising Ninja Warrior for him. Like NES, he went down in Tournament 6 on the roulette row. So he's eyeing not just a chance of getting to be the first to complete it here, but a chance to avenge his fail from a tournament ago. And K-Fly is off on stage 1. Onto the highway, you see his just immediate skill there. Now onto the super jump. Should be pretty confident here, and a perfectly timed launch there. Best we've seen so far. Onto sidestep, and it poses no threat to him. And now for the bridge jump. We saw some of his fellow Albion competitors struggle here on this obstacle, but he will have no difficulty. K-Fly halfway through, and he gets his rematch against the roulette row. Big first push. He's gonna go for a 3rd swing. K-Fly, he gets height, and he again. It seems like everyone who failed the roulette row in Tournament 6 is suffering the exact same fate here. But 3 years later, and K-Fly, no exception. Walking through the tunnel now is Roblox King 361, also known as Lucas. He's not competed here on Rising Ninja Warrior, but he's been making waves recently around the Roblox Ninja world, clearing in multiple top competitions. However, at the moment, if he wants to make his mark here, it seems that there is a sharp barrier to entry, and it is the roulette row. So I'll have to see if Lucas, with, I believe, some JTO experience as well, can be the first person to get by it. But he is onto the highway, and you see he, just like K-Fly, very confident there. Now into the super jump. Rookies have struggled on this one, but he's got no trouble with it. And for the sidestep here, another obstacle that's posed a big threat, but no problem here for Lucas. Onto the bridge jump. Takes his time lining it up here, and he is going to get a perfect cycle there. No stumbles. He is onto the roulette row. It's 0 for 5 so far. Can he manage to be the first to get it? A perfect fling from Lucas, but he got a bit hung up there. He's got to get enough distance. Lucas, he's got the dismount. Onto the worked wall. He's the first to get to this point so far, and he's up in his first attempt. And now we get a look at the revamp car wash with 22 seconds left. Lucas, he's got to pick up the pace, and he does. He's going to get through. One obstacle to go. He does have time. The cannonball climb. Just do not make an error here, Lucas. On his way up, he slips. Lucas, can he collect himself? got to save it, get up there. He hits the buzzer. He is the first competitor to clear stage 1. But it was not without its tricky moments. And he will clear with just over 4 seconds to go. Well, a remarkable first appearance for Lucas. Really showing his composure both on the roulette row and here on the cannonball climb. But he is able to be the first competitor who will get a look at the second stage here in Tournament 7. On the highway gets that second step there and through. Now onto the super jump. Can Ash 10-6 figure this one out? Lines it up and comes up well short. Vortex Tron going for the jump, comes up well short on that. Paradise, here he goes, he's got that. Going for the third here. Can't get it. Goward. Oh, and he comes up short. Can you believe it? Goward on the first obstacle. It may not be 2019 anymore, but our next competitor's name still holds plenty of weight in the Roblox Ninja Circle. It is G-Man 992421. He's known best for his results on SASUKE Roblox, but he competed back in Season 2 and was less than 3 jumps away from the final stage. However, it has been nearly 6 years since he last ran this competition, so a completely different course to face off with here today. And here he goes, on the first stage, onto the highway, brand new obstacle he's never seen before, but he gets through now for the super jump. Can he line this up perfectly? Got a bunch of distance on that, and now for the side step. Gets the first, and he's got the second as well. Well, bridge jump has been a smooth voyage or a story of chaos so far. G-Man looking good here. He's got the rope and he's going to get through. G-Man! He had the rope, he had the dismount, but G-Man just got caught up under the rope right at the finish. And he cannot believe it. We go from one of the most experienced competitors in the history of Roblox Ninja to another first-timer on the course. It is Taku Japan, not to be confused with Taka-kun, who made it to the second stage last tournament, but Taku Japan making his first appearance here. He's looking to follow the example set just minutes ago by Lucas and join him on the leaderboard, headed towards that second stage. And he is off on stage 1, going diagonally here on the highway. Gets a bit low there, but he gets through. And now for the super jump. Gotta line this up. Good launch there. And onto the side step. Taku Japan. Can he get the first? He can. The second. He goes a little bit early. He lands on the pole, but that is a disqualification. He is out. Just way too early a jump there on that second transfer there. Our next competitor's history with Rising Ninja Warrior precedes even the first tournament, as Roman Noodles Man was one of the crucial parties involved in building the competition's maiden voyage into the Roblox ninja space. However, his building experience has never led him to clear this first stage, so he'll be seeking out that accomplishment today. He's also the owner of Aerial Interactive and Track and Field Roblox. Can he hurdle this? He can! Perfectly. Very popular games and groups on Roblox. He's really pioneered that. And Roman Noodles Man, he goes the opposite that we just saw from Taku Japan. He goes late on that second transfer and he is out as well on the sidestep. Next up here on stage 1 is another rising star in the Roblox Ninja Warrior community. It is Poo Lover 12345, but for all intents and purposes he goes by Tons. Like a plentiful amount of competitors today, he's failed the roulette row in the last tournament. We've seen him pose the same challenge this time around so far, taking out 5 of the 6 who've reached that point. Off he goes onto the highway, and Tons a bit of lag there, but he gets through. And now for the super jump. Tons, he's got a lot of lag going for him, but he gets through. Onto the sidestep. Tons. It's going frame by frame, but he gets through the frames and onto the bridge jump. Tons going straight forward here. He's going full send, gets the rope. Tons climbing his way through and gets a rematch here with the roulette row. Big first swing. Tons goes for it. He's got it. A lot of lag here. He swings his way to the dismount onto the warped wall with plenty of time. He's up. 32 seconds for the final 2 obstacles. Tons fighting his internet all the way through, and he is through the car wash. 22 seconds left, looking for his first clear in his career. Tons perfectly up, and what a performance. And despite the best effort from his Wi-Fi router, he has cleared the first stage with 14.85 seconds left. That may be the time to beat for the rest of the tournament. That's going to be a real tough time to surpass there. And just what a fabulous run from Tons. And seemingly out of nowhere, he has become one of the primary contestants to perhaps challenge for a total victory. Daniel Jones on stage 1. Can he get the first jump? He comes up short. Kyle Shambeg going sideways here, and he misses it as well. Barry says he's going to get through the highway. Now for the super jump. Barry lines it up, goes for it, and he undershoots significantly. Well short there. Here goes Rocco. Rocco, can he get through this first obstacle? He is taking sweet time. Rocco, oh, he comes up short there. Roblox Slovak. He's seen 3 people miss that jump, but he's got it. And he's looking to get through. He does. Onto the sidestep. Almost missed that jump there to get on, but now he's got to get through. But a late jump there. He will come up too far to the left there on that second transfer. Our next competitor is new to the Roblox ninja scene, however more so on the building and developing side, as he's helped with the camera tools for the recent Blue Ninja Warrior competition, as well as currently hosting his own new competition, Battleground. As far as I'm aware, he's got very little experience in running competitions this year, so we'll have to see how he fares on his first time on the course, and he is off onto the highway. Shady Man, bit low there on that third one, but he able to manage to get through. And now for the super jump, going a bit too far to the end there. He was too far to the end of that board, and he's not going to get enough momentum off of it, and that is certainly a rookie mistake there out of Shady Man on the super jump. Our next competitor is making their rookie debut today here on Rising Ninja Warrior, but to place them in that group would be foolish, as Amber is perhaps one of the most celebrated competitors in the history of Roblox Ninja. Dating back to their total victories in Ninja Warrior Roblox over a decade ago, she's likely seen different iterations of some of these obstacles, such as the super jump, the bridge jump, and the roulette row on other competitions. However, her greatest challenge here today is going to be that she's not too active these days in running other competitions. So Amber, will she be able to shake off the rust? A bit of a close call there on the highway, but gets through. And now for the super jump, we just saw the Shady Man come up short here on this dismount, and it's the same result for Amber. She just dismounted well too late there, and it's going to suffer a very similar fate. Our next competitor, like Susie Coden earlier today, hails from the Tower Obbying community and will bring a similar height and skill level. But unlike Susie, he has very little experience on Roblox Ninja Warrior competitions before today, having only ran Steel Castle and Toad Ninja Warrior. They've never been able to hit the buzzer in their career, so let's see if they can find their first here today on the first stage. Giraffe is off. You see a bit of comfort here just in the style of how they run. For the super jump, last two competitors have failed this. A bit of a wonky dismount there, but he's able to get through onto the side step. Bit late there. He's going to go late on both, but he's going to get both. And onto the bridge jump. The in-game timer not currently accurate, but he is perfectly through, gets the rope, and he gets the dismount and gets him eaten with the roulette row. Giraffe is going to go for it on two swings. He got it. Going all the way around it. He's got the dismount. Giraffe has got a great chance here to become the third clear of the day, but he's got to face off with the car wash. 27 seconds left, and he is flying through. Giraffe, a wonderful run so far. 20 seconds left, on pace to perhaps get the fastest time, but he's got to fly up, and he is going to clear stage one. Not going to get the fastest time, but what a fabulous first run here on the competition, and Giraffe is advancing to the second stage. Clearing stage one with 13.33 seconds left. And it's just seemingly out of nowhere, putting together one of the most complete performances we've seen in the past few years on this first stage. And he's clearly got the potential to go a very long way here on Tournament 7. 3 MMO Direct is one of the most veteran Roblox Ninja competitors, and he is making his second appearance on this course here today. Since Tournament 6, he's burst onto the Halo scene, putting up top results in various competitions, including Halo Ninja Warrior. He failed the roulette row in his last time on the course, so you know he's got to have that in the back of his mind going into this run. But it'll be interesting to see if his emergence as a top Halo competitor can help contribute in any way to his skills here on this course on Roblox. He's through the highway. Now for the super jump. Recently this one's been tricky, and Free is going to come up short as well. Just like Amber, a very late jump, and he's not going to get anywhere near far enough to get that dismount. Our next competitor is one of the most well-known figures in the Roblox Ninja community. It's Mr. Bookcase himself, Bookcase. As always, sporting the Canada outfit he's worn for over a decade now. He brings today the quote of the day. I am Bookcase. Bookcase is both me and a state of mind. Soon you'll be Bookcase. I spend every day working towards my goal of making everyone Bookcase. Be Bookcase. Be content. Inspirational words from Bookcase as he is off. He made it to stage 3 back in Tournament 2, and Bookcase is out on the second jump here in Tournament 7. And for Bookcase, it is over just as quick as it starts, and he will not be making a return to the third stage here. Ozera onto the highway, getting to that third one. He gets a bit hung up there, and he's on dismount. Onto the side step, going for this second transfer, gets blocked there by that second frame. Titchell 0 for his first time on this competition. Going straight forward, and he comes up short. Tough exit. Oshra, his first time, and just like Titchell, that second jump takes him out. crater to 3. First obstacle now onto the super jump. Mix. Comes up short there. Just could not get enough distance on that jump. And another victim here of the super jump. The super jump proving itself to be a real tough early test here on this course, taking out nearly a third of the competitors who've reached it so far in Tournament 7. Another long-time vet in the community enters now. It's Twisters. He's been the host of Roblox Warrior and Ninja Warrior Battle, as well as an extensive list of competitions he's ran. However, he's found success hard to come by, as his best result on Rising Ninja Warriors back in Tournament 2 when he made it to the second stage. He's failed stage 1 in his other 2 previous appearances, and he's mentioned he's very worried about the super jump. We've seen that be a real challenge today. Twisters here on the highway. He's seen this one before he gets through. And now here for the obstacle he was concerned about. Will it come to fruition? And Twisters is going to go down on the super jump. And sometimes you let the obstacle get too far into your head. Fomalom has been on the rise over the last year, winning both Clever Ninja's new competition, the Challenge, as well as currently holding first place in the R&W Ultimate competition, which will determine who the top overall competitor is throughout the community this year. So Fomalom has a huge opportunity to set himself even further apart from the rest of the field. However, to do so, he will have to do something he's never done on this competition, that is clear the first stage. Fomalom is off. And he's making his way quickly through the first obstacle. Can he get past this dangerous second obstacle, the super jump? Perfectly through for Fomalom onto the sidestep now. Gotta line up this first. Second's been tricky today. Fomalom nearly goes out on it, but he's onto the bridge jump. This obstacle can pose some problems. Fomalom gets hung up. Can he collect himself and make a good save? Fomalom, he cannot! And Fomalom, perhaps one of the favourites to make it to the third or even the final stage, won't even see the latter half of stage 1. And a brutal exit for Fomalom. Our next competitor, after nearly 15 years of Roblox Ninja experience, will be making his mobile debut. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Bubba Ace 37. He's the host of the original Ninja Warrior of Roblox, widely seen as the catalyst for every other Roblox Ninja competition to follow, so he has really seen it all throughout his career. Nothing could be a surprise to him on this course here today. However, the aspect of him running on a different device could have a bit of an impact here, as he nearly got stuck there. Got to be very careful on this first obstacle. He looks like he's trying to figure it out. Bubba Ace, can he manage to beat his first ever obstacle on a mobile device? He does. And now for the super jump. This one's been real tricky today. Bubba Ace, can he get there? Bubba going for it, a late jump, and he's going to come up short, but Bubba Ace gotta be happy to get his first ever completed obstacle on a mobile device. And we're all just happy to see Bubba here still running competitions and enjoying himself here on these courses. Making his great return here after missing out on Tournament 6 due to a suspension is Cora Kiwix. A few years ago, he was one of the rising figures in this competition, making it to the third stage in Tournament 4. However, after a tournament hiatus, we'll have to see if he's able to shake off some of the rust here on Tournament 7. Cora's been anticipating this opportunity for quite a while now, so he'll have to be very well prepared for anything the course tries to throw his way. We've only seen 3 competitors clear so far. Cora's looking to become the 4th. He's through the highway now, onto the super jump. He's not seen this one before, but Cora confident and precise, and onto the side step. This was back on stage 2, but he makes it look easy here on stage 1 in Tournament 7 now for the bridge jump. Just saw Fomalom moments ago go down here, but no problem for Cora. He is smooth sailing through the first half, and now for the roulette row. This obstacle tricky. He's taking a third swing, but he is going to get there on that second wheel for the dismount. Cora overshoots. How does that even happen, Cora? Well, the challenge is supposed to be that you're not able to get enough swing, but somehow Korra gets too much and he goes flying over the platform and he's out. Our final competitor here on day one is number 50, Volneo. He's been around since the start of Rise of Ninja Warrior, clearing back in Tournament 1, but he's seen a resurgence recently, becoming one of the top competitors in the community as of late. And Volneo's looking to carry that success over to this course in search of his first clear since the year of 2019. And he is about set to get started here on the first stage. Only 3 competitors have made it through so far. Can Volneo become the 4th? Onto the highway here. And he's taking it somewhat patiently, but he's through. And now for the super jump. Can Volneo solve this one? Perfectly timed. Dismount there, and now onto the side step. Volneo gets the first and gets the second onto the bridge jump now. He's got 55 seconds to go. Volneo, again, taking it patiently, but he is going to get through. Very good pace from Volneo so far. Not too slow, not too quick. And he's going to take a very swing now on this first wheel. Gets the second. Going for it. Almost overshot, just like Korra did. But he gets it. And now he's off the warped wall in one with 31 seconds left for the final 2 obstacles. He's got plenty of time to be careful here on the car wash. Just don't go too far to either side. But he seems to have it under control. He is through. 20 seconds to go for Volneo. And it's just him against the cannonball climb. He should avoid the klaxon as well. And Volneo is headed back to the second stage. Volneo will join Lucas, Giraffe and Tons to become the 4th competitor to advance to stage 2. 12.62 seconds to go. He will claim the 3rd fastest time. And with that, we officially have our field here for the second stage as of the end of day 1. With 4 competitors advancing. It's Poolover at the top of the leaderboard. Giraffe, Volneo and Lucas set to follow. What a great start here to Tournament 7. At the end of day 1, we have 4 competitors set to advance to the second stage, and with 50 left to run, including all of last tournament's stage 3 finalists and all 3 grand champions, including Basebeak, Bowsy Pie and Andraskill, set to tackle the competition again, helping to form perhaps the most stacked field we've ever had on this competition, as they are looking to ascend that tower right there. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back soon for the second half of stage 1, but for now, that is all, and I'll see you next time on Tournament 7 of Rise of Ninja Warrior.